Hey guys, it's Synthesized and welcome back to another gameplay guide for Heroes of the Storm. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sergeant Hammer. She was recently received a decent little health buff and also a little damage buff that's brought her back in line with a lot of heroes and potentially viable again. So if you haven't played Hammer, which is a really good chance since she's been bad for so long, her Q is called Spider Mines. You place a few Spider Mines in a 360, anywhere in a 360 degrees area around you. Those mines give you vision. They also will hunt down enemies that go near them, and they apply a small little slow. So I'm going to chuck the mines in that bush over there. As you can see, we can then check out what's happening. I'm going to siege up, defend. No, it doesn't look like they're going to push. Her W is Concussive Blast. This is going to give you the little bit of distance that you need to potentially survive some engagements. And her E is what we are doing now, which is sieging up. We lose all form of movement, but what we gain is attack range and some splash damage and a little bit of attack power as well. So it's definitely one of the defining things about Hammer, but it's also one of the things that is the most dangerous about her. As you can see, we do get engaged on really heavily, but we have our mount ability to save us. Now it's not a mount like other heroes because it is on a long 30-second cooldown, and it doesn't last for a super long time. So when we're using it, well, Chen going super deep here, we're going to save our Concussive Blast for if they were to engage on us like they do now. So I'm going to get out of here. Definitely in a awkward, see if I can save our monk with a blast. Place some mines down and just really focus on defending, doing as much damage as I can from as far away as I can, and saving that blast for if they do engage on me. Does look like we have managed to push them back a considerable amount. Going to use our thrusters to get to the safety of our friends, because by ourselves we're absolutely going to get picked off really quickly. Hammer is pretty good on this map actually, because she can do a really good job of defending against boss pushes and also pushing with the boss as well from a safe distance. I don't want to go down below, that's just going to be dangerous, so I'm going to come up here and take out these camps. Chuck some mines there to help with some damage and some slows. Here we're going to pick up focus attacks. This is going to give us a little bit more damage, especially in these long battles that we can get over fighting for the golem and fighting during the boss. We are a little bit ahead in skulls, so we are in a good position to take this actually. Just going to sit here, let the monk tank for as long as possible. Actually, I'm going to get rooted. That's a bit unfortunate. Completely forgot about that. I'm gonna probably don't need to siege up here just because we don't need that splash damage. And oh, unfortunately the monk was picked off, so I'm going to back out unless I can get some help here. Nope. Does look like we're gonna need a lot of assistance to survive unless we're gonna get picked off. No, it looks like Tychus was going in solo there, and I was able to escape. No big deal for them to collect the rest of the skulls, as we had already got up to 58, which is almost the max in damage that you can collect. I'm gonna siege up here in a sort of a safe position close to our base and get that splash damage off. Make short work of these merc camps with the help of the friendly team. Alright, now time to come over here and take out these merc camps. Now's a good time to now's a good time to collect these. So this is perfect timing for us to push. I'm gonna ping that we should definitely push, as we have our own mercs helping to defend, so we can freely just push here. Does look like I've been left completely alone, so I'm gonna have to back out, as I'm not getting any assistance. This was definitely the wrong move for the friendly team to let this golem go unassisted, because we had the bigger golem, we have me as well, so unfortunately we didn't make the most of that situation. Just gonna sit back here and defend. We're gonna pick up the ability to drop, well, we're gonna drop our thrusters to a 20-second combo instead of 30 seconds. That extra 10 seconds is actually quite substantial. Nope. Gonna use that here. Get probably don't need to siege up as often as we are, so I'm gonna check that. What's the benefit now? It's basic attack range, and actually siege up behind our tower. Does look like backing up though. We do manage to get that fort with the help of our siege giants, so that worked out really well. While we were fighting over the top lane, siege giants doing work there. Looks like Anubarak's going to get picked off. Chen tanking a huge amount of damage. While he's getting back all that brew, is an absolute beast. So we do have Felstead coming in to help us out. Pause that. And basically, we're going to sit as often as we can, we're going to sit in the back line and sit behind all our allies and just do as much damage as we possibly can. I'm actually going to move now that I'm a little bit too far forward. Once again, always staying behind, especially behind our tanks. But I have to play more passively than most heroes, just because I have no movement. No escape abilities really, except for that 20 seconds on my what's it called, mount. Once again, I'm gonna have to pop the mount ability and actually stand here in a sort of safe, relatively safe area. Well, what I thought was safe does look like we're going to actually die. Oh no, Chen does go down, so thankfully the home team completely saving my bacon on that one, and we do manage to pick up Chen at a perfect time, just as we're entering the mines. I'm going to go in and help our Felstead with that Tychus situation. They were able to pick up these big camps. Once again, I'm going to stick with at least as many of our team as we can. Does look like we're all funneling bottom though. Here we're going to pick up Napalm Strike. I think Napalm Strike is definitely the best ultimate, as we're able to spam it on a 6-second cooldown, and we're going to get way more damage potential out of Napalm Strike than the blunt force gun. I need to push them back a little bit. See if we get a good web from Anubarak is going to lock out Tychus, but unfortunately we were picked up. We were slowed by the roots of Malfurion and then promptly erased from the game. So Felstead does escape with bare minimum health, which is going to be really essential in this next push, because he can quickly get back into the fight. It does look like we're going to miss out on getting our mercs. I think definitely getting mercs is way more important than putting ourselves in this position that Anubarak is, where we are down a whole bunch of men. See if we can get any help here. We're really bad at getting merc camps because we are so squishy. We take so much damage. Super slow from the friendly team to realize the situation on getting those merc camps, but and Anubarak definitely going for the wrong ones. The bruisers aren't that strong, like compared to what the siege golems can do on this map. The bruisers are definitely not worth the risk of dying, especially as Anubarak pushed with one person v5. Yeah, definitely a dangerous situation that was. I'm going to stick with our Anubarak here at the moment while he picks up this vision. And we may be able to pick up the Tiger's kill if we're lucky. I'm going to try do unfortunately get caught in the roots, and looks like Tigers has picked up the drill, which is definitely a really good choice. I am a big fan of the drill, even though I do see a lot of people still going for Odin. Drill is definitely a really good choice, especially at 20 with that extended range. It's crazy. Just push back, try maybe disengage here. I'm probably gonna have to tap. A really even fight at the moment. Just poke as much as we can. Throw out mines. That's the good thing about having a napalm strike on that 6-second cooldown. We can quite simply, we can just spam it heaps. Okay, we're gonna have to unsiege. The ultimate comes out from Chen. Means we're probably gonna have to back up. Gonna get that concussive blast just to try and help my team disengage. We're gonna. Alright, see if what we can do here. Well, we do manage to pick up that awesome Chen kill. This is really essential, and the Tigers as well. So here we are now on the front foot. I may even just solo push top lane. It's probably not worth it. Alright, we're gonna go into the mines.
There's no turning back now.
And first we're gonna pick up first strike. So this is going to give us a attack bonus when we are not attacked. So the longer that we're not attacked, the more that we get an attack bonus, which really should be quite often, because once again we want to constantly be watching our positioning, be sitting behind all our allies, and if we're playing Hammer correctly, that should be quite often that we are not attacked, or definitely very rarely should we be getting hit. Looks like Monk's going to get picked off there. See if we can help him out. He does shield himself. I'm going to actually leave this situation because we're getting completely blown up. We did already collect 70 skulls, so no need to overextend there. We have already got the stronger golem. I'm actually going to go all the way back to base and save that well. Alright, just inform the friendly team, the home team, that definitely pushing would be the right call here. Once again, we have the far superior golem. We have myself, who is quite good at pushing, especially siege damage. I can sit behind the boss and get a lot of unchecked damage in. It does look like we're unfortunately going for Merc camps again. Alright, while they're all in mid, I'm going to defend lane. Looks like we are now fighting over vision. That's fine, as long, once again, we have the stronger golem. So the longer this team fight goes on for the... Whoa, slightly out of position there. Not slightly out of position there. So this is not... once again, we're not in a good position. We're sort of just friendly teams all split over the place, where we should be focusing on pushing with our golem, and I don't think I can get involved by myself, so I'm going to have to go back and just hang with the team. And the breaks, sometimes you don't always get a team that is on the same level. But once again, that, yeah, probably no point hammering on about it. But yeah, we are wasting a lot of these superior golems that we've worked so hard to get. Looks like we're moving as 5. I'm gonna just attack this tower. We do end up getting that tower, so this is going to be really, really good in now getting those catapults helping us push. I'm gonna save my concussive blast for when he starts to drink, but it looks like we are disengaging now anyway. Once again, just using all these. Disengage to the back. So you use that blast to get him out of his drinking ability. I'm unfortunately going to die here, and flanked by Tychus. Definitely a little bit aggressive there on my behalf, knowingly staying in that fight with such low health, but yeah, then it's the breaks, unfortunately. Alright, so this is where we're going to gain a lot of utility. We're going to pick up hover in siege mode. This means we can siege mode more often and be more aggressive with our siege mode placements, because we don't have to completely unsiege, let that whole cooldown happen, and then there's the cooldown of the siege mode itself, and there's animation time. We can just stay in siege mode, and we can slowly, ever so slowly move to better positions, and this is going to help us immensely in these team fights, as we can once again stay in siege mode, but not have to be in the right position all the time. So I'm going to wait here. See if we can, and we do manage to pick up that Vala kill, so that was really good play by the team. But while we were unfortunately mucking around with that Vala kill, they've been able to get a huge lead in the mines already. I'm gonna aggressively collect these skulls, just because we are so far behind already. I want to always keep my thrusters for disengaging. Now, I don't really need a siege here, just because we're going to be moving around a considerable amount, but we do now have the option to siege in team fights when we know that we're going to be fighting over a single point for a long period of time. Here we go, try help our Anubarak. Oh, Chen completely blowing up our monk there. Time for me to probably disengage. Yeah. Fortunately, not much that we could do then when Anubarak was so low. So, as you can see, another really awkward situation where you're going to get completely annihilated in this mines phase, and they could potentially really capitalize on our lack of pushing presence that we had in the early game. Just going to poke here, just clean lanes as much as we can. we are 3 men down to, so it's 2 versus 4, so I don't want to leave the safety of these towers. Getting mercs is definitely not worth it at the moment because we will probably die. I guess it's better if we go together instead of just Falso getting picked off. But definitely this is really super risky at the moment. It does look like the enemy team absolutely know that we are here and just waiting for us to kill these mercs. Whew. That was risky. That was really risky. Just knowing how many people dead we have. Alright, so now would be a good time to head back and for myself to defend. Now is definitely not the time to push, just because our golem is so far behind. There's, yeah, our golem, even with a push, is not going to get much work done. Alright, so we will make short work of this really strong golem, because look at, we're doing 517 damage at the moment with every auto attack, and then when the golem is sitting in our napalm strike, it's even more on top of that. So luckily for us, yeah, the golem couldn't do too much work. We still are a fort ahead, which means the longer this game goes on, the more those catapults are going to be able to push towards their core. And I am just going to stick with the team as often as possible. Does look like we may potentially be able to flank a kill here. And yeah, that was really well done. I'm going to siege up and slowly move away. Actually, caught in the roots, so maybe a bit of a sticky situation there avoided. Just sand in this health pool for a little bit longer. Unfortunately, we are blown up by the Tychus and the Vala. So they are 20 now, so which means we should be really cautious. I'm going to ping danger. We don't want to be engaging here. They have the 20 talons, we do not. Just letting my team know that, yeah. Definitely, yeah, Kalthas going a little bit too deep, especially when they have those 20 talents, it's very powerful 20 talents, and we do not. It's always a really bad situation, and including the fact that they were 4 men and we were 3. Right, Monk doing a good job of collecting the mercs. This is a decent time because the mercs now can no longer help us defend, because once the boss spawns, it's just going to walk straight to the tower. Whoop. Does look like I was going to enter in the wrong way. Might as well just head in from the bottom. Does look like even the enemies are going top as well. So this was the wrong decision initially, may actually work out in my favor. They're on the left, so I'm going to head towards the right. But yeah, picking up those mercs was actually fairly good timing because they are now pushing unchecked to the core. They were really low there. We do get caught in that. Oh, we are completely blown up. I'm going to have to get out, but I just cannot use my thrusters quick enough. We're caught in the roots, and that basically eliminated any escape that we have. So Malfurion doing a really good job of negating any escape that I had there. And a strong silence too, absolutely.
Choose a talent.
So we finally get to level 20. Unfortunately, that was one team fight too late, and we will probably pay the cost of, once again, another really strong golem on their side, and us regretting those first 2 golems that we dominated but not pushed, and we're paying the price now. So once again, you say it every match, but if you are winning the golem fight and you have a hammer or you have someone that can push really hard, like a Sylvanas or an Azmodan, push with your golem. Like these are the situations where we had the opportunity to take the game and snowball it in our favor, except in the end we've let them get back into the game, and we're paying the price now. We're just going to focus this golem as much as we can. It does look like he'll probably get the fort. It's going to be really close. But we will actually just lose it. Oh, now that Felstad's here, it's going to help a little bit, but no, the fort does end up going down. Alright, we've got Mercamps pushing top, so time to defend that as well. Does look like our boss is on their base, which is a really good sign for us, because that means if we win the next mines, we have a really good chance of taking out the game. So I'm going to go collect the only mercs that are up. They may also be having the same idea, so I'm going to chuck some mines there just for a little bit more vision. And thankfully that's exactly where they were coming from. Looks like they have all the watchtowers on the map, so they know exactly where we are and where we're moving around the map. Which gives them a really strong advantage, especially being a small map. It's really easy to tell where we are, and they have the 2-level lead. So the next team fight, they're in a really good position to win, unless we manage to get a pick. This is going to be a bad situation. Here's now a good time for me to siege up, as I can do a lot of unchecked damage, and just like that I'm gonna have to get out of here because they are right on my back. Alright, so we did lose 4, they lost 3. We took an early lead in that team fight. I mean, it all happened within seconds, but unfortunately we did lose it. That means that I'm going to have to go in solo into the camp, into the mines, and this is a really bad situation. The other option that I have is just to push the core. I mean, I can do a lot of damage, but it looks like Tychus is there, so the only one else up is Chen, which means I am definitely, and they're actually both they're not even in the mine, so this is a really good situation for me, because I'm going to get a whole bunch of skulls here really safely without them anywhere near coming in. It does look like Tychus is now entering the bottom, so I'm going to make my way up top, and he is right behind me. Hopefully the friendly team, they are all coming top as well, so if Tychus does choose to pursue, he may get himself stuck in a really awkward situation. So Napalm Strike doing so much work here, helping me clear up these mines ever so quickly. And just like that, we have got our way to 44. So I'm going to actually back out. Definitely don't want to be in this team fight. I'm already really low. The monk's going in, so I'm going to do my best to help him out. An Uberak low, let's just ping to leave. Felstad going down. So time to disengage. We were all absolutely shredded there, so hanging around is we're going to get nothing out of that. So with our boss right on their core, this is a really interesting situation. They've got the 2-level lead. We've got the smaller boss. I mean, if the team wants to push now, we can definitely go push now, but their boss will destroy our core. This is like an all-in move from this point in, because yeah, we don't have we could defend and we could probably save our core. Definitely don't agree on getting Merc camps here. I think we should just be going straight for the core. Oh, look, actually, in the end, it probably got a little, just enough time. Alright, I'm gonna use my only escape to catch up with the monk. And if we can get some defense happening, we may just... Well, we need a stun here, but we don't actually have one, and we should manage just to pick up Chen. Beautiful. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. We now have the 4 to 5 and lead. I'm just going to go absolutely hammer this core down, and because of that, we 50%. Here we go. Huge push. Everyone's dropping around me. All I can do is just attack the core. I'm not going to bother attacking anything else. Another napalm strike. 3%. Just like that. Good game, friends. Huge game, massive call to push for the core, and in the end it comes off in our favor. That was Sergeant Hammer. She was an absolute champion in that game.